everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today I thought we could do a favorites video, an August favorites video to be specific, because I love favorites videos. I've found some of my favorite things from them, so I guess that's the point of them. So I've written down my favorite little things in this tiny blue notebook. This you could consider a favorites. I do love a tiny notebook. Look how tiny it is. I got it in TK Maxx and it's just very handy for writing down little things and jotting some notes. So yeah, without further ado, let's get stuck into the video. So my first favorites category is music. This month I've actually really been enjoying music, specifically one person, which is Conan Gray. There is a Spotify album called Conan Gray Collection and it's all of his music ever. I've just found his music really fun, but like meaningful, if that makes sense. I love it so much, and I really recommend him if you enjoy Olivia Rodrigo, because they have the same producer and you can definitely hear that in their music. I am such a fan. Another music favorite this month has been a Spotify playlist called My Life is a Movie. First of all, the title, immaculate. Totally describes what I needed right now in my music. I just found myself feeling really happy when I play this playlist, and a lot of it is just feel good, a little bit of indie vibes, which I always love, so that makes me very happy. So yeah, music's been pretty good this month. I've been very happy with my music choices, and it kind of feels like at the moment there's just always a little bit of music in the background in August, and I've been enjoying that. So the next favorite categories is podcasts. I feel like everyone and their mother is saying this right now, but it is so good. Emma Chamberlain's podcast is one of my favorite things to listen to. I religiously find myself listening to it. Whenever I can, I'm listening to episodes of hers. I think she just gives the best advice, but as well, she's just incredibly relatable. When she says something, I'm like, yes, that is exactly how I feel. It really feels like almost talking to like a big sister in some way. It's unreal, and I think it is so nice when a YouTuber you love also has a podcast, because I feel like you really get to know them on a much deeper level and in a much different way than you do when they are doing videos. I'm just an Emma Chamberlain fangirl. I think she is incredible and I love her. Another podcast I've been loving is Nana Florence's podcast.
I'm really happy to have you here.
I've probably been watching her for about 2 years now, and I think she is just incredible. She's one of my big inspirations in life and one of my big inspirations for starting YouTube. I saw so much of myself in her videos, which is always so incredibly comforting, but her podcast is so enjoyable. And again, just like Emma, I find I get to hear her on a different level than in her videos, and I think she's just incredibly articulate. It's really like chatting to a best friend on FaceTime, which I adore, but it's also informative and fun and chill. I love it. It's so good. So there are two podcasts I've been so obsessed with. It's unreal. So this category I'm going to call the outcasts, and I'm not going to leave it till the end, because usually like the random little bits always get left to the end in favorites, but sometimes they're the best ones. So I'm going to put it in now because I love all of these random little bits in my life that have made me incredibly happy in August. So first up is my water bottle. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know this cup is in every single one of my videos. This is my ride or die, my lifeline. I love her with a passion, but college is coming up and unfortunately this is not like spill proof. I needed a water bottle, so I happened to look up the same brand. It is called Simply Modern and it is on Amazon. I love the color. They're matching. How cute. Look at them together. Look. Next. I apologize because the next one is quite random, but I just love it. It's a pillow. I got this pillow in TK Maxx. I never thought I could fall in love with a pillow, but I have. Look at these textures. Look at it. Oh, I love this pillow so much. Look at it. I would have done textiles if I had gone to our college. I had applied to our college and I got in, but I didn't go because I was like, I love movies too much. But I would have done textiles, and this is the kind of stuff I would have done. Random, but adorable. My cat wants in. Hold on. Hi. Come on in. Do you want to come down and say hi? Here comes Thea. Say hello, my angel. Okay, so I apologize for the purring, but filming must continue. Thea owns this house, so I can't kick her out. So that's it for the outcasts. It's on to the next category. Next category is clothing. So one thing I really love that I think is underrated is Hollister's comfy clothing. They have the best like loungewear, shorts, pajamas. They're really good quality products that you can actually get at a pretty reasonable price when they're on sale. I got this gorgeous set. I've never in my life felt softer shorts than this. These are like pajama shorts. It has a few matching top options, but this is the one I got. I'm absolutely in love. The quality is phenomenal. I think they're so cute. I would happily be seen in these.
I love that Portugal chicken. Rotisserie chicken.
Oh, this looks incredible. Okay, so my mom has just come in with some lunch. This is so special. Look at this. We've got Doritos and a wrap. But yeah, I'm gonna take a lunch break. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back from lunch. It was absolutely delicious. If I could have, I would have shared. I'm literally just kidding. I would have slapped someone if they tried to take any of that because it was so good. Anyway, moving on. So next thing in clothing, like I was saying, are these bad boys. These are officially attached to my body 24/7, every hour of the day, all hours. In case you don't know what these happen to be, let me show you. My UGG slippers. These bad boys. I've kind of always wanted them but never wanted to take the plunge, and then there was a really big sale on them one day and I just said I'm gonna get them, I'm gonna try them out. I struggle to put on other shoes now because these are so incredibly comfy. I'm putting them right back on my feet because it feels weird that they're not on there, but they're gorgeous. 10 out of 10, totally recommend them. Okay, so next category is books. I know we've all been waiting for this one. Turn it up. I'm first going to talk about a book that I technically read in July, but I'm bringing it into August because it needs to be spoken about. I haven't spoken about it enough on here, but everywhere else on the internet has spoken about it a million times. So I'm sure you're fed up. But guess what? You're going to hear it again. Because I read The Song of Achilles. This book is so talked about, it's unreal. I'm not going to go into it too much, but all I'm going to say is I adored this. This was one of the most romantic, beautiful books I've read. It was so amazing to read in summertime though. I really do think it was a really good summer read. I had a really bad book hangover after it. I was just thinking about it all the time. I even started listening to an audiobook about Greek mythology. Who do I think I am? I don't know. I went weird for a week after reading that book. I was obsessed. Magnifique. Next book. I know there's gonna be people that are like, you actually enjoyed that? And I'm like, yeah, I did. I should be ashamed, but I'm not. Because this book is one of the most hated books on the internet, and yet I loved it. It is The Catcher in the Rye. I had this mad urge to just read this book, and I started reading and I was like, oh, this boy's a little bit of like a pretentious asshole. And then I was like, oh, this boy is definitely a pretentious asshole, but also I wonder what he's doing right now. His name is Holden. Holden? 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 I call him Holden. I know what you call him, but I call him Holden. There's things he says that I'm like, genuinely just shut. I genuinely think if I met him in real life, I would not like him. However, I found myself when I wasn't reading this book, I was wondering what Holden was doing. I was wondering where he was at. I was wondering what he was thinking. I was wondering how he was getting on. I was concerned for him because it is very clear in this book that this man, this boy, should I say it's a boy, is spiraling. I don't know, it's so hard for me to describe because I feel like there's much better people at articulating it, but I do think this book covered men's mental health incredibly. But yeah, I think he is a broken, damaged, annoying character. I don't think he's made to be liked. When people say like, oh, they just hated him, like that's kind of fine, but I don't think he's made to be a loved character. I think you're meant to feel conflicted because yes, I'm not the biggest fan of him. However, do I care. I see that he is clearly hurting and there's clearly a spiral happening here. There's damage and I want to break that down. But yeah, I totally loved it. I loved it, and I figured out, I really have officially, and this book kind of nailed it in the head for me. I really now know that I am someone that's so character driven over plot. Plot is always great. It's always nice when you get a bit of plot going. It can be little moments that I find really gratifying, and I feel like this book really gave me that. I loved it. I'm not even ashamed of it, guys. I really loved it. I'm gonna stop talking about it. But I literally loved it, and I feel like people are gonna be like, shut up. But I don't care. I have no shame. So let's talk movies and TV. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, my movie and TV watching has not been good. Usually come summertime, I tend to not watch as much. Life kind of gets busy for me during summer. That's just kind of where I've been in my head. But I also know in less than a month's time, I'm back in college, which means there's gonna be an insane amount of movie watching and TV show watching. It's literally what I study. The nights get a bit darker and it gets colder out, I watch a lot more movies and films. So I only have 2 recommendations, one movie, one TV show. My movie recommendation is going to be a little bit of a controversial one, and I don't 100% recommend every single person I'm talking to right now goes to see this movie. But I saw the new Suicide Squad in cinema. I really enjoyed it. It's completely wacky and like hysterical and bizarre, and yeah, there's so many words I can use to describe this movie. I loved the humor. I was laughing pretty much every 2 minutes. I thought it was so funny, and the physical comedy of the Weasel, which was one of the characters in it, is I keep thinking about it. Like I genuinely laugh at the thought of his scenes in the movie because it's the physical humor. It's just bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre, but I feel like as like an aspiring director, it's disgusting to say, but it's true, okay? I really want to be a director. James Gunn is the director of this movie. He did Guardians of the Galaxy for Marvel, so I had full faith in him that he would have fun doing this DC movie. He could do whatever he wanted with it, and the studio were like, yeah, do as you please. I mean, work away. And it's very clear that he did that. I can see that this is his passion project. He has put all of his nerdiness, all of his love and excitement and passion for comic books into this movie, and he had full freedom. There's cursing, there's gore, there's everything. It's disgusting and it's hilarious, and I loved it. For my TV show, I have spoken about this quite a lot, but Golden Girls on Disney+. My best way of describing this is pretty much it's Sex and the City, but they're much older. It is so funny. They are these 3 older women that live together, and one of them, her mother comes to live with them as well, so it's 4. The mother is like an Italian grandmother, and she's just so funny. They're all different kind of personalities, but they all work so well together. That's just the kind of stuff I've been watching at the moment. I've been taking it pretty easy with my TV and movie watching because we are coming into one of the best cinema seasons, I think, of all time. Every movie that got pushed back from last year is now coming out at the same time as movies that were already due to come out this year. So I don't see myself not being in the cinema every weekend. I'm so excited about it. So there'll be much more movie recommendations coming up in future favorites. But yeah, that is absolutely everything. I talked a load of rubbish there for way longer than I actually want to admit, but I have had a great time. So I apologize if you haven't. This is so awkward if you came this far and still didn't enjoy it. But yes, thank you so much for watching. I definitely want to keep up these favorites every month. So let's talk in the comments about what you enjoyed in August and give each other recommendations so we can all find new things for September. I love you all so much, and I will see you next week.